open a death investigation out of Mississippi County. The Missouri State Highway Patrol Division of Drug and Crime Control and Mississippi County Sheriff's Office are investigating a death of an inmate. We don't know much about this, but we will continue to update you as we...
Okay, I'm coming up here to the detention center, the Charleston, Missouri Sheriff Department, which is the detention center. This is where Derek Wilkins took his last breath. I know a few others, the same thing. Now let me tell you what they want you to believe. Now, the three individuals, the detective from Charleston, Missouri, named Benjamin Quick. He's the one that got the 19 or the 26 individuals, black individuals in Charleston, Missouri, charged as a gang. Y'all remember that, I think, on February the 15th. Called them the Knot Boys. They gave them a name, so they are trying to say they organized gang. Benjamin Quick was a part of that. Benjamin Quick was a part of this incarceration of Derek Wilkinson. So was Captain Barry Morgan, that works here, that shouldn't be on the force. So was John Blakely. Now, let me tell you what happened on the 11th of March here. Now, Derek Wilkinson was coming. He came up here himself, volunteered to come here, walked into them doors to turn himself in. Now, they want you to believe he was sitting down talking to the master sergeant, Michael Boyers, the shortest deputy in there, that can't be no more than 4'11", and no disrespect to him if he's a little taller, no more than about 5 foot or 5'1". Now, Derek Wilkinson, I believe, is about 61 years old. He might be a good almost 6 feet tall. But he was on drugs. But that don't make him a bad guy. Just like a prostitute. That don't make her a bad person. You don't know their situation. But he walked into this place, y'all, to turn himself in. He's sitting down, they said, being booked by Michael Boyers. And guess what? They said all of a sudden, he get to tussling with Michael Boyers, the shortest guy in there now. Tussled out of the place and made his way out of there, running through here. Got out that door there, they want you to believe. Ran here. Now, if it's in cameras to show it, then we'll be able to prove it. Ran out of here, and Mike Boyers tased him in the back. That didn't work, though. He had to tase him again. And then, all of a sudden, guess who came out to help him get this guy? This guy done failed. He tased. And Barry Morgan come out. Then they said another individual, they said he's a correctional officer. But I think when you correctional officer, you have to go to school to be a correctional officer. You can't just call a person a correctional officer and then they just a correctional officer. You just can't do that. But Barry Morgan and this other correctional officer there, see, I thought correctional officers work inside of penitentiaries, not inside of the jails. But anyway, it took all three of them to get in. And guess what? The man was bleeding. You seen his mugshot. Derek Wilkinson, he was bleeding. And you seen his mugshot where he had a bruise by his eye or his nose. But guess what? Guess who was patching him up and stopping his bleeding? They want you to believe Barry Morgan. But I'm going to show you how Barry Morgan, Mike Boyers, and their sheriff, the head sheriff, Brenton Farrell, was dealing with another guy who was harmless. And let's see if you think that they just tased him and just took him back in, not roughing him up or not, or just roughing him up. But this is a dangerous place, y'all. This place needs to be shut down. Number one, they don't have enough deputies to govern Mississippi County. How is John Blakely, who worked here in Mississippi County, and Barry Morgan that work in Mississippi County, how is them in Benjamin Quick is dealing with an arrest with a guy here? Now, if Derek Wilkerson was in Charleston, Missouri, that's part of it is New Madrid County, I believe, in Scott County. Barry Morgan in John Blakely don't work over there. All three of them got histories. But let me leave, y'all. I just wanted y'all to just see. Just remember them names. Benjamin Quick. I know the people in Sykeston, the mothers and fathers and the families of those 26 or 27 that was arrested and called a gang, saying that they terrorized Southeast Missouri. But people been terrorized in this place here. Now you remember a Supreme Court, appellate court justice said John Blakely is not to be trusted. But John Blakely was able to write a probable cause to get this man a charge. Now they gonna say that a man assaulted an officer. He fought the littlest individual in there. But the littlest individual chased him out of here, tased him again when he fell, and got him back in there. And Barry Morgan, out of all people, patched him up. Believe that shit if you want to.
His innocence. Well, now this special judge's report to the Missouri Supreme Court agrees with him. And this isn't some kind of procedural error. The judge who wrote this says David Robinson is innocent. The two key witnesses at his trial lied, and the detective behind his arrest in this report simply cannot be believed.
I read this every day. I can tell you everything in there page for page.
For David Robinson, this 91-page report to the Missouri Supreme Court puts a megaphone to the words he's repeated over and over again.
I ain't no murderer. I ain't killed nobody. I didn't kill Sheila Bach or nobody else, nor have I ever killed anyone.
The state's high court called on Jefferson County Judge Darrell Missy to review everything in Robinson's case and gather new testimony. His report starts and finishes with the same assertion that Robinson is innocent. The pages in between detail an investigation that relied on questionable witnesses and no physical evidence, led by Detective John Blakely, described in here as not competent and not credible.
After reading that, I felt like, wow, it's the same thing I've been saying for 17 and a half years, and it fell on deaf ears.
On the night of August 5th, 2000, Sheila Box was shot as she sat in her SUV near this intersection on Sykeston's west side. Police arrested Robinson and a second man that night. They were questioned, their clothes tested for blood or gunpowder residue, and then released. But Robinson tells me he believes the focus stayed on him.
That was more so that they wanted me more than they wanted anybody.
And why? Why do you think they wanted you?
Past history dealing with the police.
Just get you off the street.
Just get me off the street.
According to Judge Missy's report, the only witnesses who implicated David Robinson at his murder trial were Albert Baker and Jason Richardson. Richardson testified he shared a cell with Robinson and overheard him bragging about the murder. But 3 years later, Richardson told investigators that wasn't true, and evidence shows he and Robinson were never cellmates. Judge Missy called his trial testimony profoundly unbelievable. Albert Baker, a paid informant for Sykeston police, testified he saw Robinson shoot Box. But in 2017, Baker said he lied, saying, quote, "The detective said they would change my life." Baker got out of jail within hours of signing his statement against Robinson and received $2,500 in cash in the weeks after.
I forgive him. I even forgive Blakely, because as long as I held on to hate, I couldn't move forward.
Judge Missy has harsh words for Detective John Blakely, who took those statements from both Baker and Richardson. Missy says Blakely's testimony doesn't ring true, and the timing of Albert Baker's release from jail back in 2000 was no accident.
Blakely denied that he didn't have nothing to do with Albert Baker getting out of jail. That was a lie. The judge called it a lie.
The judge also called Blakely, quote, the least credible witness to have testified before this court. What is credible, Judge Missy writes, are the numerous confessions given by this man, Romance Mosby. Several people testified that Mosby said...
Farrell says he stands by his captain, Barry Morgan, who faces charges of battery and official misconduct.
Here's a look at video from last September that shows Sheriff Farrell with Captain Morgan standing to his left. According to Illinois State Police, the state appellate prosecutor's office out of Springfield filed the charges against Morgan. They come nearly 6 months after the arrest of a man who allegedly stole a sheriff's department truck and drove it from Charleston into Illinois before being stopped in Johnson County. All state police will say is that Morgan faces the 2 counts for actions relating to that man's arrest. Sheriff Farrell, meantime, tells me their internal investigation found Morgan did nothing wrong during that arrest. Farrell goes on to say that Morgan, quote, has served and is serving Mississippi County and our profession admirably. Farrell also says it's unfortunate investigators would rather charge a fellow officer than
Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, careful. Hands behind your back.
Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
Down, motherfucker.
Hands behind your back. Turn around. Roll over
on your belly.
Roll over.
I'm gonna break your arm.
Roll over.
Roll over. Thank you. Come out there like that. Now we can talk to you. Stand up.
You've been served, motherfucker.
Stand up.
Can I get my cigarettes?
No.
How have I been served?
You really gonna come out here and give us attitude and then you want to smoke?
How have I been served?
Yeah, that's what you're with it.
Right there. Been served.
From who? From who?
From us.
Ex parte, buddy. And you got a warrant, so you're coming with us.
Ain't got any warrants?
Yep.
No, I ain't got any warrants, man.
We're just telling you, you do.
You do have a warrant. Let's go. I'll transport them. That's fine. Come on.
Can I get my phone?
Nope. You don't need it. Let me unlock my door.
No.
Come on. Jump on in.
I'm gonna secure his house. Make sure it's locked.
That's fine.
We could be doing right. Exactly. Let us enjoy ourselves. Why are he being like? That's why you're not to turn it off.
You gonna buy that, ain't you? Huh? You gonna buy that? No, I just don't want it.
Do we need to rotate or something? Cause why can't we? Right. Like exactly. Why you so mad? Exactly. No music.
Nothing. Music will get us out.
Exactly.
He said if don't nobody leave, he finna mace them.
Oh my God.
Never. Look at him. He's shaking up the mace.
Oh my God.
And then everybody running. I would never run. That's illegal.
Y'all got a chance to see how aggressive the Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County Sheriff himself, Brenton Farrell, and his captain, Barry Morgan. You see how aggressive they was with this guy was on his own property now. They didn't tell him what they was there for or nothing. All Barry Morgan was, he was the one videoing y'all. He was the one tased this guy. All he said was turn around, and the guy said no. For what? And Barry Morgan just started tasing him, y'all. You seen how aggressive he was? Then when the man was down, he continued to tase him. Then when the sheriff had the guy's arm talking about if he didn't turn around on his stomach, that the sheriff said, I'm gonna break your arm. And then you seen Barry Morgan take the taser and put it to his neck and tase him again. Mike Boyers is the short master sergeant that they say, the one allegedly chased Derek Wilkerson out of the detention center when he went to turn himself in now on March the 11th, 2024, where he took his last breath and he died. You seen the young teenagers, 14 and 15 years old, that was on the basketball court. That was on September the 3rd, 2023. They were celebrating Labor Day in the black community. You seen Barry Morgan on the basketball court shaking up mace. Sheriff deputies don't even carry mace, to the best of my knowledge, on the street. Shaking up mace to spray these individuals. We got a Charleston, Missouri Police Department. What was Barry Morgan doing out there anyway? Then, I believe he was out on bond then. But let me show you something else now. Ask yourself, how did Derek Wilkerson die? And what type of sheriff department do we really have? We know Barry Morgan is a violent guy. We know we need the Department of the United States Department of Justice to investigate this too. Even though the Missouri State Highway Department, Criminal Division and Drug Division is investigating, but investigate them 3 law enforcement officials. Ask yourself, why is 2 Mississippi County sheriff deputies in Bertrand searching somebody's house, in Syson, Missouri, searching hotels? Because all 3 of them individuals is crooks. Benjamin Quick, Derek, John Blakely, and Barry Morgan. Y'all look at them videos real good. And you think Barry Morgan was real nice after Mike Boyer said that he tased Derek because he was trying to run away after he turned himself in? Ain't that something? What they gonna come up with next? I'm gonna leave y'all. Peace be still.